El Chapo's son pleads guilty to drug trafficking. So, like father, like son. That's all I can say. Like father, like son. But let's jump over into that. I got two separate videos from two different news networks, so we can get the both sides. But let's jump right into that.
The son of former Mexican drug lord El Chapo pled guilty in a Chicago courtroom today, accepting a plea deal. That means he will work with the feds in exchange for something else. Our Serena Franza was in court today. She joins us now, and this was unexpected for some.
El Chapo's son is working with the feds. Hey, trying to get up make sure he doesn't get out of as much jail time as he can.
It was, Joe, and now federal officials are going to have to use El Chapo's son's testimony as they pursue additional investigations, as they try to continue to bring down this network. Security in the courtroom was incredibly tight. I've never seen this before, but U.S. Marshals actually surrounded Ovidio Guzman Lopez, creating a semicircle around him as he admitted his guilt today.
In a crowded courtroom, wearing an orange jumpsuit and using headphones and an interpreter for translation. One of Joaquin Guzman, El Chapo's sons, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, pled guilty to 4 of the most...
No, I like to pause it so we can see it, but El Chapo's son, El Chapo. There's many songs made about him. Just pled guilty. And it's going to work with the feds.
Serious charges against him. Among those charges are drug trafficking conspiracy and engaging in and managing a continuing criminal enterprise, running with one of his 3 brothers, a cartel known as the Chapitos, or Little Chapos, that exported fentanyl to the United States. Those charges...
God. I've said this before in plenty of videos. Anyone serving or dealing fentanyl needs to be in jail. So deadly. That is absolutely crazy. You get what's coming to you.
Would have resulted in a life sentence. His attorney, Jeffrey Lichtman, was asked why his client changed his mind.
You have to ask him. That's his decision between he and me, and I'm not going to obviously talk about any kind of privileged conversations.
Ovidio is the first of his brothers to enter a plea deal. He will have to pay $80 million as consequence for his crimes, forfeit some property or other assets to the government, and offer his full cooperation.
So he has to pay $80 million. Pay $80 million, forfeits his property and assets, and a full cooperation with the feds. I hope he got more than $80 million. Dang.
Operation with the feds. On any case, they find his insight valuable. Ovidio may have to share intimate details about his family's role in bringing narcotics across the U.S.-Mexico border. One of his brothers is still facing trial.
Not only his own brother, but other relatives that may or may not be charged already. Many are probably not charged yet. And I think there's a lot of people out there that when they hear about what happened today, they're going to be very careful as to who they talk to and what they do.
Legal analyst Irv Miller explained how there's a condition to his plea arrangement. The government will decide if they believe Ovidio has cooperated enough. Only then would they change their sentence recommendation and ask for something less than life in prison.
Only after the government is satisfied that he's telling the truth and can be beneficial does he become a cooperating witness and a cooperating defendant.
The decision to change his plea feels like a win for some. Michael Gannon is a former assistant special agent in charge for the Federal Drug Enforcement Agency.
No, he's going to have to be in witness protection, especially good witness protection, because somebody's going to come after him. He's going to be telling everything. Sounds like he's telling everything he can to get out of spending life in prison.
Immediately makes me think about the impact in a horrible way that he had on so many families that lost loved ones because of the fentanyl poisoning.
And Joe, the judge in this case reiterated the fact that at the end of all of this, regardless of what he does or does not tell the feds, the ultimate decision on his sentence will be the court's decision.
It feels like a pretty significant step in this case, though.
It does, especially he's the first brother to agree to something like this. And I'm sure there will be a lot more news coming out of this case as we start to hear what he has to say.
Right.
So, NBC also did one. So let's see if we got any more information, different information. Well, it's pretty much not going to be different, but just a different perspective. Let's go over to that.
It's been rumored for months, a deal in return for a guilty plea for the son of convicted drug kingpin El Chapo Guzman.
It happened today in a Chicago courtroom. Ovidio Guzman Lopez changed his plea from not guilty to guilty. Our Charlie Wojciechowski was in the court.
Yeah, I wanna know what made him change. Did he actually start thinking about it and was like, man, I could actually spend life in prison. Let me actually cooperate. What was going through his mind?
Room when it happened. He's back here now to bring us all the details. Charlie.
Well, the details of this agreement are relatively simple. Guzman Lopez agrees to plead guilty and cooperate with the government in return for the possibility that prosecutors might ask for a reduction in his mandatory life sentence.
Okay, I didn't hear the possibility. Only the possibility of it gets reduced from life. That's a crazy trade. Crazy. I'm going to cooperate, give you all my information for the possibility. They cannot give him any reduction, but the possibility for it to get reduced.
But it's not what's contained in the agreement itself that might be even more important. Wearing a bright orange prison jumpsuit and sporting a new beard, Ovidio Guzman Lopez responded to federal judge Sharon Coleman's questions in Spanish.
Whoever be making these drawings, like with the Diddy case and all that, they are, Jesus. Get the whole picture.
Admitting to being part of an international conspiracy to move mountains of cocaine and other drugs into the United States. His attorney, Jeffrey Lichtman, said there is no guarantee that by cooperating with the government, he'll get a reduced sentence.
It's up to the government. Yeah. Not up to us. It's up to the government to decide to make such a motion, and they either will or they won't.
Ovidio Guzman was arrested in 2023. Last year, his brother, Joaquin, was taken into custody along with Sinaloa cartel co-founder Ismael Elmeo Zambada when a private plane they were riding in landed in El Paso, Texas. Joaquin and Ovidio had come to be known as the Chapitos, a little chop.
Bringing fentanyl into the country.
When they took over their father's drug cartel. In May, 17 members of Guzman's family crossed into the United States from Mexico in what was thought to be part of today's plea deal, an allegation Lichtman denies.
The family came over having nothing to do with any agreement. It's not in the agreement. None of them were even under suspicion in Mexico.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has criticized the United States for excluding her country from the plea deal negotiations over the Chapitos, saying U.S. policy toward narco-terrorism has been inconsistent.
The idea that the American government would include the Mexican government in any kind of American legal decision negotiation is absurd.
Ovidio and Joaquin's father, El Chapo Guzman, is serving a life sentence in a maximum security penitentiary in Colorado after being convicted in 2019 on charges including drug trafficking, money laundering, and weapons-related offenses. Judge Coleman has set a status hearing for Ovidio Guzman Lopez for 6 weeks from now. I should say 6 months from now. We could learn more at that hearing about the government sentencing recommendation and whether it will be anything less than the required minimum life sentence.
Interesting with this
minimum life sentence. Oh yeah, I'm not built to be a criminal. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not built to be a criminal. I'm not built to be behind bars. None of that. None of that. Now I know I was in jail one time. I'll tell y'all a little story. One time, that was when I was younger. Right after starting college that summer year, and that was just for reckless driving. Going too fast, stayed in jail for the night, had to sleep on that hot floor or that cold floor, dress out, eat a nasty turkey sandwich, some watered down Gatorade, in the holding cell with 4 other dudes. One dude crying because he know he about to lose his job. Yeah, I was ready to get up out of there. Came in at 1 a.m. Was out at, I think it was like 9, probably like 10. And I just say I had to call my mama. I was younger, so I had to call my mama. Somebody come pick me up. I didn't have anybody else to call, but not dang. But that's crazy. I wasn't expecting to see El Chapo Jr. pop up on my timeline. Now, what are your thoughts? Leave a comment. Tell me what your thoughts are. A minimum life sentence is crazy. And even if you cooperate with the feds, there's not even a guarantee that they will reduce your sentence. Yeah, I'm not built for it. I'm not built for it at all. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.